This is the Major Figures Podcast recorded at GOT Sound Studio with your hosts Chris Darnell and Goody. We're a community for people who inspire to be major figures and who want major figures. Let's figure it out together. What's going on? What's going on, man? We got another week, another episode of Major Figures Podcast with your host Chris Darnell and Goody. Man, so this week we got a special guest, man,
yes,
very special guest. We got DJ Puff.
DJ Puff
in the building, man. DJ Puff.
So on?
Let people know who you are, man. Who is DJ Puff?
Man, just a young kid, man, from Columbia, South Carolina, man. You know, started out as an athlete. You know, I played ball overseas. Of course, all through college and stuff, man. And one day, I don't know, it's just. I mean, I always had a love for music, you know. Growing up with my dad, you know, he used to have me listen to everything from Michael Jackson to George Duke to Uncle Luke, to everything. So I always kind of had a love for music. So, you know, one day, you know, after coming out of high school, going into college, my ex-girlfriend, she used to work at a club, so I used to go check out, you know, chill out with her. And I used to mess around the DJ booth. I never, DJ'd a day in my life. Wow. Mess around the DJ booth. And the club owner, you know, he heard me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "You DJ?" I was like, "Nah, but I mean, I will. I can."
Right.
And it just kind of started from there, you know. I was messing around with a little box, pressing buttons, blending songs. And I'm like, I didn't even realize what I was doing, you know. Wow. But, you know, you got that love and that ear for music, man. You can do really what you want to do with it. And here we are today, man, you know.
Yeah, so you were how old around that time?
Oh, man, I was, 17 going on 18? Yeah.
And you ain't never, had the equipment or whatever?
Bro, I never owned a turntable, a CDJ, not up until that point.
So after that, you went overseas to play ball?
Yeah, so my dad played ball overseas. You know, he played ABA, NBA back in the day. He played overseas, so I had the opportunity to go play. I played in the same town, the same city he played in. So
that's dope, man.
Yeah, but it was mentally I wasn't ready yet because I had just finished school. And it was a culture shock. You know, you thousands of miles away from home, and it's like it ain't like you can just be like, yo, because see, it was I think it was a 6 or 10 hour time difference.
So that's about night.
So
and day
so I'm asleep. And my homeboys, they calling me, FaceTiming me from the club, like, yo, where you at? I'm like, bro, I'm in the bed, sleep, bro. So, but nah, man, it was a crazy journey, man. I never touched a turntable record, nothing, man.
How long did you play ball?
I played ball. Oh man, I started all through high school, and I went overseas for about a year, about a season. And then, I got homesick.
Okay.
And it was just, I wasn't mentally ready yet. And then where I was, the team, see, over there you have sponsors. So have you ever seen the overseas jerseys? They got patches and stuff all over them. So, those are sponsors. That's how the team gets paid, all that stuff. So at the time, the economy was kind of jacked up. So teams were losing sponsorships. So it was just, you either had to already have bread, or you had to work, go to school, and play ball. So it was like, man, I just finished school. I ain't trying to come over here and go to school and work. This is what I came over here for, to play ball.
Right. So when did you decide to become a professional DJ?
Man,
how was that transition?
When I started in the strip club, really, because that's where I started. I don't know if y'all remember Liquids. Liquids Gentlemen's Club. Right there off Forest Drive, man. The king of the strip clubs in Columbia. So that's really where it started. So I'm like, the fast money, man, I was making like $4,000 a week. At 17, 18 years old, wow. You making that type of money, cash money. I ain't talking about cash money. Right. So I'm in there going in, and then I'm young, nose wide open. You got the dancers running around, half naked. So it was just like, man, this is it.
Yeah.
So when did you get real good? You knew this is what I could do for real.
Honestly, it didn't hit me I don't know. I always, when I have certain conversations with people, I don't like speaking on it, but I just feel like I'm different, bro. Like, I don't practice. I don't do none of that. Like, it's just, sometimes they say it's just in you. Like, you just got that gift. You just got that talent. And, you know, people hearing me, they like, yo, who this dude? Who this cat? And I'm a creature of habit, so I listen. I listen to people. Like, I listen and watch. That's how I learn. You can put an instruction manual in front of me. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to read all that. And, you know, I got to read it 3-4 times and make sure I got it. But if I watch, if I see how something's done, I got it like that. So it's like I just take stuff. I was taking stuff from other DJs that I was hearing, and, you know, you put your own blend. And that's pretty much what the game is anyway. Yeah. Like, every DJ takes something from another DJ, but they put their own twist, put their own blend to it. Right. That's the nature of the beast. So it's just, I don't know. One of the bouncers gave me my name.
Wow.
Because they already used to call me P. Diddy, because they said when I was younger, I looked like, you know, I looked like Puff when I was younger coming up. So they always, you know, call me P. Diddy. So one of the bouncers, yo, your name gonna be, we're gonna call you Puff. We're gonna call you DJ Puff, because my ex used to call me Puffy. So he just said, we're gonna call you DJ Puff. And, you know, that's where it came. That's where the name came from. So it went on from there.
Yo, that's dope. So, like, with DJing, you do you produce any?
I started to produce because I love beats. Like, when I'm DJing, when I listen to the music, I listen for production. I don't care what they saying. 9 times out of 10, the music today, they ain't saying a bunch of too much of nothing. Everybody talking about the same thing. Yeah. You know, no pun to any artist out there, but it's just, that's just where the generation is today. And so I'm looking for a song where I can blend in between 2 mainstream songs. If I can blend your song in between 2 mainstream songs and keep the vibe going, then 9 times out of 10, you might have you something. You might have you something, bro. So I'm big on beats, but I know I started. I bought a whole beat machine. I bought everything, but it's just, I don't know. I just didn't.
It just wasn't for you.
It just wasn't for me.
Right.
And now that I think about it, I'm like, man, I might need to go back. I might need to get back in there. You know, get back to it.
So question, stuff just keep coming to me. So when you started DJing and you realized, like, yo, I could do this, when did you buy your first setup, or was it given to you, or like, how did that work?
Well, being that, you know, I was cool with a lot of people in the DJ game here in Columbia. So it was like I bought my first, I can't remember who I bought my first turntable from. I want to say it was Lucky Leon.
Okay.
I want to say I bought my first set of turntables from Lucky Leon. And you know, I came up, you know, I started playing around with the actual vinyls and the actual needles.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that that's hard. It ain't easy. Like, because it ain't no waveforms. You ain't looking at no waveforms. You ain't looking at no BPMs. All you have is a record. You got to have an ear for music, and you got to know vinyls, man. Like, you got to know what you're doing. And, you know, flipping sides, they don't realize one side might be the clean dirty, and another side be the instrumental. So just think how DJs blending today, if they still had to do that today. I don't think that the DJs could do that, bro. But I started out on that, and then I went to CDJs, and that's when the game started changing, man. So that's when, like, you know, everybody started become a DJ, because you know, you got these equipment you can get and just, you know, play music. So I've touched, you know, pretty much every piece of equipment that there is. But I think I bought my first set of turntables from Lucky Leon, and then right after that, that's when they brought out the Serato boxes and everything, and then everything started going digital, and then it's just.
So how did you end up on connecting with the radio?
Well, I knew everybody there, so I knew my old PD Chris Connors, Neek, of course everybody know B Lord, Lucky Leon. this was back even when DJ Frosty was here doing there. And, you know, just all the DJs, we were cool. And I used to go to all the parties. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all remember with Tory Entertainment and who else used to, and Lucky Leon, I used to do the parties at the Holiday Inn on Assembly Street. It used to be Holiday Inn on Assembly Street across from the Carolina Coliseum. And parties went crazy. So I used to go help Leon set up, carry, and this is whack, we were carrying crates of records. Yeah. We have 15, 20 crates behind you with records. So, you know, I kind of built a rapport, built a relationship with all the DJs, you know, and it was just, that's how it was.
So through connection.
So once I started DJing, it was like, yo, okay. And when people hearing you, you know, they're like, okay, all right, you know, we're gonna rock with you. So that's kind of how the radio came about. You know, it got to a point to where radio started, you know, they started combating. We had another station come, 100.1 The Beat.
Yeah.
So, you know, I might be telling some inside stuff that don't need to be put out there, but it is what it is. So, you know, the streets started getting crazy. The Beat was coming strong. You know, they got a street team. They had, you know, shout out to DJ Joe Black, my dog. So it was just a lot going on. So they like, yo, we gotta come with it. You know, we gotta bring the heat. So, you know, everybody, you know, throwing like, yo, you need to come over here, you need to come over here, you need to do this. So it's like I had a relationship with Hot. And so of course I went to Hot. And I don't know if y'all know y'all remember DJ Louis V?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So at this point, this is when V was here. So V came to me. V was like, yo, I want to learn how to DJ. I'm like, yo, I got you, bro. Like, and this was when was it Dreams? Y'all remember Dreams on Main Street?
Yeah,
it used to be Rio's and it was Dreams.
Yeah, I remember
Rio's. So it started there, and V used to hit me, yo, man, I want to learn how to DJ. You know, I want to take this for real. I was like, all right, bro, I got you. You know, rock with me, come to the club, whoop de whoop. So I don't know if he was practicing on his own or whatever, but one night, I remember this night specifically, we were in the club and I had to go to the bathroom. But then I was like, well, V here, so let me see, you know. So I was like, yo, I'm going to run to the restroom. You know, if the song, change the song, if we need to change the song.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what he's going to do. And he did it.
He was rocking.
Like he went through and I'm like, okay. Yo, all right. Dope, so, man. You know, he read, and it kind of went from there. You know, we would have conversation on the phone, talking about music, different things and stuff like that. And, you know, he took it and he took off with it.
Yeah, that's wild. Man. Is radio DJing different than actual like part? Like, what are you actually doing on the radio?
Well, see, with radio versus club, radio, you have to, depending on what station you at, you have to look at your demographic.
Okay.
You got to look at all your listeners. So you want to kind of, as a radio DJ, you want to kind of differentiate yourself from the regular programming. Because, like, people are like, I don't listen to the radio because they play the same song over. It's not the fact that we playing the same songs over and over. That's how the radio gets funding. Right. Like, through promotions, you know, the ads, all the ads you hear, commercials. I don't hear no commercials. That's money.
Right.
That's money. That's advertisement. So that's how the radio gets paid. And then we got these, you know, you got the labels. That's how these artists get spins. Yeah. And that's how you build rapport with these artists. The artists come to your city, you know how many spins I got. You know, they looking at that. Wow. These people don't know this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People might be putting out too much out here. But I'm saying a lot of people don't know this. And so in these markets, you got to realize, you know, what's hot, what's trending, and everything. So it's a gamble, man. You want to try to keep, especially during lunchtime hour, you want to kind of, you know, keep people vibing, you know, especially if they listen to the radio at work.
Yeah.
5 o'clock mix, you gotta come with it. People in the car, they going home. Right. They trying to, you know, detox, they trying to relax, come down, you know. So you just gotta kind of come with you know, a lot of people don't like to hear old records.
Yeah.
But old records, you know, especially you got to know how to do it. You got to blend old records with new records.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of that now, and that junk be dope, man.
Yeah, like a lot of this new music. Yeah, I get it. It's trending, and some of it is hot. A lot of it is not. I just hate to say it, but a lot of songs I don't even like to play, but I gotta play it because
that's what people want to hear.
You got to do it. So, that's radio DJing is you have to be, you got to be creative. See what I'm saying? You got to be creative. You got to appease to the listener. You got to think. Hot's market. I don't want to, don't quote me on this. I want to say is 18 to 42. It's somewhere around in there. It's yeah. So you got to kind of appease to that market, man.
Which one do you like better, DJing at like a party on the radio?
Well, honestly, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Because radio's a little different. Radio, you got to pretty much almost got to know what you're going to do. You almost got to have a kind of a preset playlist because you got to be in and out. See, in the club, you can play around with it. Radio, you got a certain amount of time. You got 25, 30 minutes, sometime an hour.
Gotcha.
So you got to be in and out with it. You got to hit them. You got to keep slapping them with it.
You still be in the like when you DJing at parties and stuff. I know you be into it. When you at the station, you still be like, still be in that joint.
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't DJed on air in a minute. I went from DJing to being a personality, so I'm doing more talking and stuff now.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I was DJing on air, you get into it, man. Like you got to.
Yeah.
You got, especially if you got a host. Some DJs, they're in the studio by themselves and they're hosting themselves. But now it's like a lot of people, they have a host, like whoever's on air, on set with them, just depending on who it is, you got to get into it, man. Right. You got to get into it.
So they can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I'm feeling it, I know you're going to feel it. Right. So if I'm just in there, but
right.
yeah.
So you got in, so you DJing. Now I noticed that you got into other business ventures. So what other stuff you got, man?
Well, I kind of dabbed into the restaurant industry, man, and
I've been there a few times.
So that was something new to me. I didn't seek out to do that. It just kind of fell in my lap. Mm-hmm. So I was like, why not? I'm gonna take it on, make it happen, and it was pretty lucrative. It was going well, and I'm already telling what's going on because I say it was, but it was kind of going in the direction that I did not want it to go. Mm. But, that's a lot of places here. You start off good.
Boy, we had a conversation. Yes.
It start off good.
Oh, boy.
And then it goes somewhere else, man. And I hate that for our city because people leave here, go to Atlanta, Charlotte, just go everywhere.
Give all their money
to party.
Why?
Right.
Why do you think the culture's like that?
Man, I don't know if it's the people in South Carolina or we just stuck in one genre, in one zone of partying. And my thing is, I'm not knocking it, but I don't want to see girls twerking all day long. Yeah, I don't want to be at brunch and y'all twerking all over the place. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it. Like that's fine. That's what you want to do, cool. Yeah, but sometimes I want to go chill, like especially you got a little whoop de whoop with you. Right. If so, hey, just chill.
Now you got to eat like this.
Now you got to worry about hookahs getting knocked over, your drinks getting the tables bumping. Like that's cool. Like it's certain places for that you could do that, and that's cool. But right now I'm in the place to where I'm trying to do my own venue, and I want to cater to the young business professionals and the older business professionals. I want that market together because it's like they come to these spots, looking for a certain atmosphere because, they business, they suit and tie all day. Right. Sometimes they want to get out and let loose. But they come spend their money and then they go home. I want them to be able to come in when they leave the office or leave the state house or wherever, come sit down at a patio. They can go smoke a cigar and just, parlay the way that
network.
They parlay and network.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to always go to always go to the hall because we love, me and my dad, we love halls. Like that's just our networking place. That's where it is. But I don't want it to be that because it's not a lounge. Yeah. You know, it's a restaurant. So I wanted a place to where nice decor. You come, you put that shit on, like they say.
Yeah.
And you come, you chill. Like you might come in, have a conversation with somebody, build a rapport. You got a business relationship with somebody. Right. You know, you don't have to worry about the loud music all day and all that. And I'm saying this, I'm not saying it like I have a problem with it because I'm in that world. But we need a space to where we can just have this.
We need options.
Niggas ain't swag surfing over your French toast and shit, man.
Right. Like, it's
like, nigga, like, come
on, man. Like, yeah, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's cool. Because shout out to my people over there at Sky. They do their thing on the weekends, you know. But at some point, I just want to be like, you know what? I don't want to see all this. You know, it's cool. I want to have my own spot where a 35, 40-year-old professional lawyer come in and sit down with her girls, and they chilling.
Chilling.
You know what I'm saying? Man. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, we need that.
We definitely need that.
And another thing is, a lot of times we always say we want new things, but then when it's presented, they don't support it. Yeah. Oh, it's too high. It's drink too. But you go to Atlanta, you go to Charlotte, spend all this bread.
Yeah. You're going to drop a bag.
And then you spending all this money just to even park somewhere.
Right. And you know what I hear all the time? Who they think this ain't Atlanta. I ain't even spending this much money in Columbia. What you mean?
That's why we can't get like that.
And that's exactly why we can't have the spots that they have in Atlanta and in Charlotte, because we don't have the financial support from the consumers, the people who want this stuff. Yep. And they wonder why we don't have major concerts like that. And I work with the people who do the concerts. But it's not making sense. We bringing these big artists, but y'all don't want to spend the money for tickets. But y'all will go see Usher. Yeah. Usher by himself. Granted, he's a great show. Mm-hmm. The cheapest ticket at Usher concert is $500. Cheapest ticket. Not to mention, you got to get a flight, you got to get a hotel, all of that. And then you got a $500 ticket. And then $500 ticket, you sitting in the balcony. So it's just like, can we get a medium here? Like, we got to support the city.
Like, you think we'll ever, like, change mentally as a people here, man? Because you've been there for a little minute DJing in the industry.
You done seen a lot.
I've seen it all. And my thing what's scaring me is this younger generation is the generation that's taking over. Like, that's what we have to look for now. And it's like, that's scary. It's scary. You got some that get it and a lot don't. But it takes people like us to actually put in that footwork, put in the groundwork to try to make these things happen. But the city also itself has to be, you know, considering it and take action. People just got to stand behind what they do, because we got a lot of places that open up, start out dress code this, dress code that, and this is, but the people don't want to abide by the rules. So then it ends up turning into what we don't want it to turn into. Now we got another
hood spot.
Now we got another hood spot.
Like, so we'll have these rules, we have these standards or whatever, and then when the people don't want to do it, we're afraid to lose money, or we're afraid that people won't come. So,
but see, that's the nature of the beast, and the sad part of the situation is we got to stay afloat. You know, going into the business, you in the red.
Yeah,
we got to get to the black. You know, we got to get to the black and above. So it's like we got to kind of bend the rules and let stuff go, and it ends up turning into something that you don't want it to be.
It's like a lose-lose situation, because if you don't, you're going to go out of business.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't making no money, but you stand firm on your rules.
And then people don't know how to act. That's another thing. You try to put people in position to come out and have a good time, but then you got certain people that just don't care about nothing, and then they mess it up for everybody else. And see, we don't have many places, so these people going to these other spots. We really only have, I could probably count on one hand, You got Sky. You got Silk. You got Prime. Barcode. Room service.
Yeah. Well, 7,
but that's a different demographic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what 40. That's 40 plus. Yeah. 45 plus. Then you got 7, and you got what's that on S Bar?
Yeah. Oh yeah, S Bar.
So a lot of that is 45 plus.
Older crowd.
Right. Yeah. Cause y'all ain't getting up and say, oh, let's go to the S Bar. Y'all might. I mean, I don't know what y'all on, but
I hear it on the radio. Yeah, like, that sound a little dope.
Yeah, like I've DJ'd there a few times, and I like the vibe because it's an older crowd. They like, they like to turn up. They like to get ratchet, but it's like it's not all night long. You know what I'm saying? Like we be trying to put people on different things, especially as DJs. We have to push the narrative. Yeah. It's our point to tell a story. Right. So we try to put the Afro beats. The R&Bs and this here right here, but you can't do that at every spot because everybody don't appreciate that.
People just want to turn up.
They want to tear the club up.
Sweat what at the time of my life, like okay. Yeah,
them days over for me, bro.
What you telling, man?
Bad. I noticed recently you was on Queen's Court.
Yeah, Queen's Court. Shout out to Will Packer.
Yeah, bro.
In the reality shows and stuff like that.
Man. So, of course, it's just being on Instagram and stuff, man. Like, people don't understand the power of Instagram and social media. Like, you got people out here quitting their jobs, influencing on Instagram. That's how they get paid. And the money is there. You just gotta have that. Gotta have that energy. You gotta have that image, that look. Like it's there. So, I'm on Instagram and I get a DM.
Oh wow.
About about doing a show. What? And I'm thinking, nah.
Thought it was
this
a scam.
ain't nothing. Yeah, I thought it was a scam. So I replied back, and it was like one of the first shows. It was one of the casting directors from Bravo. So she sent me the email of the show. So I filled out all the information. Boom. Next thing you know, I'm casted for it. Whoop, wow. Whoop. Damn. So I'm in there. This show was Blind Date. So Bravo used to do a show long time ago called great. Blind Date, and they brought it back. So this was season 1 of the new show. So I think I was like episode 37 or something like that. I can't remember. But I was on there with JoJo. Yeah. JoJo Azor from
Love and Hip Hop.
From Love and Hip Hop, Miami. And I didn't even like I said, it was a blind date, so I didn't know. So I'm like, man, who the hell they gonna set me up with? I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell I done got myself into. They took my phone.
Oh man.
They like, so they gave us a dummy phone. And I don't know if you see sometimes they do like they flash to like the little confessionals. They be on the phone like talking. Yeah. So we had to do a bunch of those. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I don't know what the heck going on. So they brought her in. I'm like, oh shit. And the producer said they was like, you said, oh shit, right? Because I was like,
oh dang.
I didn't know what the hell was going on. So she got the truck, and I said, oh shit, okay. So I'm nervous as hell. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, she talking. I'm like, okay, she cool. We go do our little date and everything. And this is why I told her. Because I like to put a lot of stuff on Front Street, especially when you dating. I just tell you straight up what it is, so it won't be no surprises later sometime. So I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I said, I like feet. Like, I'm a foot man. I like girls. So you just I like girls and pretty feet. Yeah, I can't help it.
I feel you.
And, she was like, that's where, I don't know if y'all heard, but people make jokes about it all the time. Like they call my daddy don't call me because my name's Renaldo. Yeah. So my dad he was like Renaldo.
After that or before that?
After that.
Oh, man.
It's funny, man. My whole family be getting on me about that, man. But yeah, that was the first show I did. And It was it was crazy because what happened was after that, it wasn't really that situation that made it. Because I mean, you could tell a girl whoever you like feet, that's what you like. But the end scene was we had a jacuzzi scene, and so they had like the charcuterie board, they had shots, all kind of stuff, all Don Julio.
Set y'all up.
Had it laid out. So that was like, yo, the producer's like, yo, y'all, make it spicy, whoop de whoop. So last thing, we got to go out with a bang. Cool, all right. So we in there, in my mind, I'm nervous at the same time, but then I'm trying to be creative because I'm like, this TV here. So she's like, let's take some shots. So I was like, all right, cool. So she's like, do some body shots. I said, all right. So I said, all right, let me go. I'll go first. Why? Why the hell I took this girl's foot? I took this girl's foot. I took her toe. I put it on my tongue and poured a shot in my mouth. And that shit went
viral,
crazy. Oh my God! Everybody here. Some people was hating it. Some people was loving it. Yeah. And it was it went crazy, man.
Wow, man.
It went crazy. But hey, listen, I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Queen's Court show, same thing. Some of the casting directors, it's kind of like a pool. Like once you get in that energy, just like Instagram, when you see all the influencers, like they have like a whole circuit where they end up doing stuff together. Cool. Yeah. So I got another email about a show, filled out the information, casting director hit me up, and this was a major. Well, of course this was a major too, but we shot that show in a day. This show right here took a month and some change to shoot. So I had to literally move to Atlanta for a month and a half, a month and some change to shoot this show. And I had a blast. I ain't even gonna lie. I had a blast. Spent too much goddamn money. But so this was Queen's Court with Tamar Braxton, Evelyn Lozada, and Nivea. Lil Wayne, Dream. Well, she married to Dream, but had a baby with Lil Wayne and all of that. So we didn't know who was gonna be on the show. All I knew is I didn't know how many guys was gonna be. Yeah. It ended up being 21. Well, including me, it was 21 guys. So I was in the first 8 that they sent out. Yeah. So they flew out all the guys. They put us in a hotel, and the first 8 met the women. I didn't know who I was meeting, bro. I didn't know how many other guys were coming. I just thought it was just us 8 battling it out for them 3. Man, we had the first dates and everything. And I thought Evelyn was Chrissy Teigen with John Legend. Because when I saw her sitting, I was like, this woman look familiar. Talking about, man. So my homie, the dude JR that's with Tamar now, he told me, he was like, bro, that's Evelyn Lozada. I was like, man, you lying, bro. I was like, shut up. He was like, nah, bro, that's Evelyn Lozada. Wow. And I said, when she took that mask, I said, oh my God. I'm talking about when I tell you she don't age, bro. Yeah, that motherfucker look good. To be 47 years old, I think. Yeah, she look good, look real good. You knew that was. And I was like, once I saw that, because me and Tamar, like we had met on 2 different occasions, so it was like, she was more like the homie, So I was okay. And I already knew, like, when JR saw it, he was on it. Yeah. I wasn't about to battle out with that cat.
He's smooth now.
He's smooth, bro.
He's smooth as hell now.
Smooth, bro. He'll talk the bark off a tree. I'm telling you.
The show, like, yo, that nigga is smooth.
Yeah, bro. So, and it's funny because somebody said to me yesterday, bro, you should have went for Tamar anyway. And I said, why you say that? It was like, bro, y'all both in the music industry. She an artist, you a DJ, and da-da-da. And I thought about it, I was like, you got a point. But she didn't really want to deal with nobody that was, that's like that, because her ex was her producer. Yeah. So it was like, it was just, it was going to be a clash. But, then they started bringing in all these other guys, man. But that whole show taught me a lot about myself. It taught me to, read the room, sit back. relax. At the end of the day, you still gotta kind of be a dog, but you gotta read the room. Yeah. And that's why she picked me in the first place. That's what she said. She was like, I'm interested in Puff. Of course, he could dress nice, he look good, and he's very chill, relaxed. You know, everybody else was like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, rrr." And you can't do that sometimes, man. So man, I made it to it was 10 episodes. I made it to episode 9.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. And for this shit,
would you ever do another one?
I actually got hit up to do another one already, but they filming in Mexico, and I got so much stuff going on right now. I got weddings and all kind of stuff, so it's gonna be kind of tough. But
hey, man,
hopefully another one.
We look
the
same,
around.
Man. I'd be a stunt double. Man.
Hey man, listen,
I'm puffed.
Hey, I don't mind spreading love, man, because they, like I say, these companies, you know, they looking for people to cast. I mean.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah.
Yo, that's dope,
that's
man.
It was good, man. It taught me to really think about, you know, your life and what you got going on versus somebody else, because you can't say, oh, I'm not this, or I'm not worthy of this because of somebody else has this and this and this and this. A lot of these dudes they make way more money than I make. But sometimes that ain't the issue. That ain't the issue at all. Like sometimes these women, they just looking for genuine companionship. Like if you rock with somebody like that, y'all can make money together. Yeah, y'all can make money together.
And one thing it seemed like just listening to your journey, you ain't afraid to put yourself out there.
I'm not, I'm not, bro. Because it's like what you got to hide, bro. Right, bro. And it's like you shelter yourself, and then by the time it's time to pop out, it might be too late. You might have missed something. You might have missed your blessing. So, and bro, the way, and I hate to talk about this, but the way people out here dying, getting killed, dropping like flies, bro, you don't know if you're gonna make it to tomorrow or not.
Yeah, man.
So why not live?
Right.
Like, because you can't die with the money. Spend your money, spend it wisely, but have fun. Do what you gotta do.
Enjoy life.
It could be all taken away, just like that.
Yeah, man. So if you could lead the people with a word, man, what's the word you gonna give them, bro?
Honestly, man, basically what I just said, man. Like live, enjoy life. Like whatever it is you striving to do it. If you know, if it takes money, everything takes money, but you know, find a way to do it. I can't tell you how to go, do that. That's on you, but. Yeah. Go for your goals, man. Go for your goals. You never know what might happen. You never know unless you try it.
Right.
You never know. Like it's honestly, I'm saying this, but sometimes I hold back on things that I want to do. It's things right now that I said I was supposed to do, and I haven't done it yet. And it's just like I need to buckle down myself and say just go do it. And that's the only thing I can say, man. Live.
And where can people find you at?
Man, I don't use. I got Facebook, but I don't use Facebook like that, man. But I don't feel like writing a bunch of. I think Facebook is just a bunch of story writing. It's like writing books, man. Like, it's like for the older crowd, man. But yeah, I'm on Instagram at The Real DJ Puff, TheReal DJ Puff. I mean, that's really all I use is Instagram, man. You know, that's where you can find me, man.
Hey, when I reached out or whatever, I was a little leery first because I seen on your joint it said like hacked or something like that. So when you responded, I was like, man, I hope I ain't get this random nigga my address.
Because I got hacked. But it's funny, I got hacked during COVID, bro.
Oh, okay.
I had COVID. I was in the bed sick with COVID.
Oh, dang.
Mad as hell. And then my page got hacked. So you can imagine how I felt after that. I'm like, bro.
What next?
Like, come on, bro. Like, help me out here. So, yeah. But,
got it back, though.
I had to start a whole new page. Just a whole new page, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, like my last page, I had maybe, 25,000, 30,000 followers.
Oh, man.
And all that, gone.
Dang.
All that gone. I mean, they say stuff happened for a reason. I don't know what reason that was, but like Yeah, so that's my new page. If people get this show, you got a new page? Yeah, it's my new page. Yeah, so it's had to start from scratch.
Word.
It is what it is, though. We're making it.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yo, so another week, man. Another episode of Major Figures Podcast, man, with your boy Chris Darnell and Goody.
Yeah.
And our special guest, DJ Puff.
DJ Puff.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you,
yeah,
man.
be sure to continue to like, subscribe, follow the page, TikTok,
comment.
Instagram. Yeah, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Y'all watch the videos, and subscriptions don't look like it. But just subscribe, man, and let's keep making it happen. So, Major Figure Podcast, we out.
Yeah.